Good morning. Looking at the US close, well, we did see the Dow losing a little bit of momentum towards the end of trade. But if you'd seen the situation at the beginning of the trading session, you would have seen there was a lot of pressure on the industrial stocks because of the trade concerns, even though the tech stocks were outperforming in the global markets. We did see that the European markets finished in the red. That was after the Asian markets and European markets really reacted to this news that we might see the US trade representatives increasing their levies on $200 billion worth of Chinese goods into the US by not only 10% but up to 25%. And we've had some news out from China saying that they will retaliate. China saying they're fully prepared to retaliate to defend their nation's dignity in the interest of their people. So that created a lot of concern in the markets, and we did see their mining sector stocks and the energy sector stocks falling, even though that oil price continued to rise, up around 2% in the overnight session to $69 a barrel. So by the end of trade, after a bit of a late run on the Dow, we did see the Dow finishing down around 8 points, but the Nasdaq up by 95 points, really boosted by gains in that tech sector, especially in Apple. We did see Apple becoming the first US company to surpass the value mark of $1 trillion overnight, teetering around that level towards the end of trade. But we did see that Apple shares were up around 3%, Facebook up by 2%, and also Tesla making a solid gains, up nearly 10% overnight. We did have some positive commentary coming out in their results in the last 24 hours, and also the fact that the CEO said that he feels that Tesla is set to become a profitable company in the second half. We also had Dow DuPont coming through with their quarterly results. The first set of numbers since that full merger has been consolidated between Dow Chemical and DuPont. Now, they did see that some of their synergies are going very well with this merged entity, but the forecast for their materials science business was a bit below market expectations, and we saw the share price down around 2%. If we have a look at the gold price, well, unfortunately, gold continuing to lose ground. The US dollar has rallied. In the last 24 hours, we've had the news coming through, the Federal Reserve leaving rates on hold and happy with the growth in the US economy at present. And that gave a bit of a boost to the US dollar over the last 24 hours, taking away some of that shine for those precious metals, with the gold price at the moment at $1,217 US an ounce. So while we're looking at central bank announcements, we did have the Bank of England coming out with their results yesterday. They did lift interest rates in England as expected. Now they have a cash rate of 0.75%. And if we have a look at the Australian market for the morning session, we are expecting the Aussie market to open around 20 points higher. But keep your eye on those trade concerns and the movements that we saw in the mining sector, because we did see mining and energy stocks hard hit in the US session and European session overnight. And if we have a look at the Aussie dollar, it was also one of the currencies to feel the pain from that run in the US dollar, currently holding around that 73.65 US cent mark.